You don't need to get a second job. All you need to do is open Canva and a ChatGPT account and create a digital product you can sell 200 times a month. And I get it, sounds great on paper, but let's actually dive into like why this is probably actually very difficult to accomplish, especially as a beginner. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying anything wrong with selling digital products. I sell products. I've sold thousands and thousands of products myself, taken one product to $1 million. So I do actually sell digital products. But I do think focusing on very low ticket surface level digital products is a trap for beginners. So in the beginning, you're probably not going to be that good at content. You're probably not going to be good at marketing. You're probably not going to be good at generating leads. And if you actually consistently want to make 200 sales a month, you're going to need a metric fuck ton of leads, especially if it's a cold audience. Cold audience is like 2% conversion rate. So you're talking thousands of leads every month to make 200 sales. Now, I do think there's that lack of limiting belief when we're first starting. It's like, okay, it's going to be very difficult to sell something more expensive, right? So then we gravitate towards, $27 product, $47 product, something relatively cheap. Not people can't shake a stick at it, right? You're confident because they're like, it's less than a Netflix subscription. Like, it's all good. But in my personal experience, after working with thousands of clients, it's going to be relatively hard to do anything substantial with a very low ticket product and nothing else. Would actually encourage most people who are, under that $10,000 profit mark to actually lean into something more expensive. $500 product, $1,000 product, $1,500, $2,500, because it's really going to throttle the amount of people that you actually need to get interested in your offer. You can also lean into like hyper personalization, hyper, close proximity to you. If somebody bought this $2,500 offer for you, hey, we'll chat on the phone every night while you get your whole business set up or whatever, right? Like, you have the ability to produce more cash flow, so you can actually lean into like things that would entice people to buy more compared to, $27 product where they're just going to get 75 more pages of viral hooks or whatever the fuck you're selling. And the misconception is that it's harder to sell something more expensive. You're actually going to put just as much work into trying to sell a $27 product as you would a $1,000 offer, right? And I've sold a $1,000 product 780 times at $1,000. And it's relatively minimal resistance when the content is dialed, when, the people actually understand what they're getting in and what they're not being a part of. And the reality is like, if you're selling something super cheap as the only offer in your business and expecting that to replace your income, you're going to have to be really good at content because you're going to need a lot of fucking leads.